Hello folks, today we are going to be making some jig heads. I will be making a size 4 jig head, which is about a third of an inch long. So first, we have to make sure we have safety. We do not want to die, we do not want to injure ourselves. Respirator, glasses, gloves, right on the screen. Do not do this without that. So as you can see here, I have a bunch of lead already. Now, there's a piece in there where the lead is stuck, but here we go. What we're going to do is we're going to speed up this process. We are going to put it fast forward, and we're going to melt down the lead. Now, this does take a little bit to heat up, but you know, it's worth it in the end. You get your own jig heads. Just for reference, this is what they're going to be looking like when we paint them afterwards. So I don't necessarily always put eyes on them, but you know, you can do that if you would like. Here's our cast, here's our size for jig head hooks. As you can see, I am putting on my gloves now. I am getting ready to cast these jig heads because if you don't know already, you should. Molten lead is very hot. You do not want to burn yourself, and it also, I don't know, it helps with grip sometimes. So what we're doing is we're just checking in on it, mixing around, make sure it's melting, which so far I think it's good. Yeah, should be going good. So just for reference, this is what one of the hooks looks like. Not very big, but you know, you get a nice jig head out of it. And again, my size 4 jig head hooks. Then this is the paint we'll be using. This is a hot pink powder paint, as well as we have a green one over there, and we have a orange one over to the left. So it's looking like it's almost all melted now, as you can see. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna try and lift it up and see if any comes out. Sometimes it drips, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it'll actually work, but depending on whether or not it does this, you have to clean it out, you'll have to let it heat up longer, so on and so forth. Here's that other paint that I was talking about, this powder paint. This is a bright orange. And then we also have the acrylics over there, which we can paint on the jig head later if we really want. And these, oh, that's for poking out the eye holes, so that if you get a piece of paint stuck in it or sealed onto the little eye hole, it just comes out real nice and easy. So you can see I'm putting in more lead. This is just so that it helps come out faster and it provides a more steady flow, but it doesn't want to come out. So my dad troubleshooted it. We tried to figure it out, and then it took us a while, but I ended up figuring out. I took a hook and shoved it up there and just kind of back and forth worked the oxidized lead and slag from in the tip out. So thank you, Dad, for helping me. This was very annoying, but you know, we got it handled, and we are gonna go back to making jig heads soon. So just wait, stand by, we'll be back soon. Okay, so we've made some progress. You see there? That is the slag that came out of the tip. Now, I did this more. I stuck it back up in there a few more times, moved it around. I was eventually able to get it out, and we were able to cast the jig heads. So you can see how there's still more coming out, but soon enough, we will have the lead come out. Here we are finally able to cast the jig heads. As you can see, I am just readjusting them, and we are casting them. So here we go, we open them up, we got nice fresh jig heads. Always be careful with that. Dump that bar back into that molten lead because it helps heat up the cast. You don't really need that anymore. So here is our jig heads. Now all we have to do is make a few more batches, then we will paint them. So this is what one jig head looks like. This is after you've gone through the entire process except for painting. Melting the lead, casting it, putting the hooks in the cast, all that good stuff. So now we're going to make another batch of these and we'll break them apart. We'll do the same thing. This time we are going to try making some sinkers. Now, these are really hit or miss. You know, you'll get a couple good ones, but then you get just bad ones. I can't put it any nicer. They're just messed up looking. They don't have really much functionality. They don't come out the right size, but, you know, it's worth it. About half of them will end up coming out really nice, so you don't have to worry too much about the ones that are a little messed up or don't work the best. Alright, so now we're going to do our little transition. Boop. Alright, perfect. So this is what everything broken off and separated looks like. Now all we have to do is we have to take our jig heads, heat them up a little bit, put them in the paint powder, and we repeat this process a couple times so we have, you know, a good amount of jig heads that have been painted. This is the final product. You see we have our sinkers, we have our bare jig heads, we have our painted jig heads. Some of them, one of those would look a little weird, but here's our leftover lead that we put into that cast, ingot at the bottom, stuff we spilled out, the slag. If you made it this far, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Peace out.